Yo, what's up? It's Almighty Justice back again. You can see I just left the theater Casablanca to watch Ant-Man Quantumania. And I can tell you right now, off the top, shit is a 5 out of 10. Really, to be honest, I'm only giving it a 5 because of the world building, because you actually get to see the quantum realm. Besides that, this shit is trash. This shit is a sleeper. I mean, I'll say it like this. If you just want to go and just have some mindless like type, you know what I'm saying? Just go in here. Like, this phase is not good at all. This shit is not good, man. This shit is predictable. It's a bunch of characters that don't mean shit that we gotta sit up here and watch. I don't even know why these writers write in certain characters. I know they probably trying to build on people later on, but damn, make this shit a little bit better, like, or less predictable or some shit. Cause this little formula or whatever is getting tired, man. For real. This shit is getting tired. This shit is getting whack. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. And then fucking, okay, so basically, Scott Lang is on his bullshit, just like you saw him in the commercial. You know what I'm saying? He's on his famous bullshit. And his little daughter gets arrested a couple times. And the funny thing about it is that he is the only one that sees it as a problem, which is kind of weird because it's like if you watch a bunch of other movies that have this character is usually a young man, and it's usually like everybody's on his ass, right? It's like his mom's on his ass. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I'll get better. Like, perfect example is like Moonfall. I don't know if you've seen Moonfall. That shit was trash. But that young character, that young man or whatever, everybody was on his ass, right? Because he was doing wrong. He was fucking up. Everybody was trying to let him know, hey, you fucking up, dog. You know what I'm saying? You need to tighten up. But no, with Shorty, it's like the only one worried about it is Scott, not even the grandfather, nobody else. It is what it is. They just kind of just letting the shit rock. So that shit is kind of weird, to be honest. So they're not getting on her ass, you know what I'm saying? Basically, she creates that whole machine, you know what I'm saying, to get some sucked into the quantum realm. And when they get sucked into the quantum realm, they realize two things. The first thing is that they don't really know what the fuck goes on in the quantum realm, which is kind of crazy because I thought that Hank Pym had studied that shit like thoroughly, but apparently he didn't. And I'm just like, even when they went in there the first time, how the fuck they ain't see them people in there the first time? So I know Marvel backtracks and tries to make it seem like everything has always been there and shit, but bro, that shit didn't make no fucking sense. Because you didn't see no people, no nothing, no buildings, no ships, no nothing. And then also the time displacement is missing from this movie. And I don't know how. Because Janet Van Dyne, when they were stuck in that bitch for a short amount of time and they came out, it was like 5 years later. This time they stuck in this bitch for this whole adventure, however long it took. And there's no fucking time displacement. I don't get that shit. Like, why not? That shit is very strange. Why is there no time displacement? I don't get it. And y'all, in case you did not know, and yes, every time you watch my movie is a possible spoiler, so I shouldn't even have to give you, or every time you watch my video is a possible spoiler, so I shouldn't even have to tell you that at this point. But yes, spoiler warnings in effect, whatever the fuck. I mean, truth be told, this shit shouldn't be on nobody's watch list anyway. Fucking all the Ant-Man movies are mid at this point. And this shit is super mid. So, it's definitely not as bad as the last one, but this shit is mid. So, anyway, so these motherfuckers, they go into the quantum realm not knowing shit. Janet Van Dyne know everything, because she been over here fucking aliens and all types of shit. More than likely, she was smashing Kang. They left that shit out the movie because she's up here like, oh, it was so nice to have a good friend when I was lost. Like, your old ass was getting some D. Like, stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for real. I don't even know why they try to make it seem like Kang would be just befriending chicks and shit like that if he's such a fucking villain and shit like that. Like, come on, yo. So, anyway, make a long story short, she stole this device from Kang using the Pym particles. Why he didn't just kill her off the rip, I guess we'll never know because it's never explained. But he lets her slide and he lets her slide. And then they can't really figure out the power scaling for Kang in this movie. Because it's like when he's threatening Scott Lang, he got fucking Darth Vader abilities and shit. Like, he's just doing shit with his hand, fucking lifting people up in the air, slamming them, doing all types of shit. Yo, you see that power one time, you don't see that shit ever again. After that shit, he's completely nerfed. Kang got beat by ants, y'all. By fucking ants. This motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what variation. I know there's going to be some nerds out there that's going to be like, well, this was the variant of Kang. Dog, I don't give a fuck what variation it was of Kang. I don't give a fuck. Loki was a god and couldn't beat this motherfucker. And that was the nice Kang. So how in the fuck does Ant-Man and some fucking technological ants beat this nigga at the end? Yo. MCU be fucking up, man. And you don't gotta end every fucking movie with the hero winning. I mean, shit, just look at fucking the Avengers saga. They didn't win until Endgame. So you don't gotta... they already set that precedent. The hero doesn't have to win every time. So why these motherfuckers were able to beat him, I don't know. And then there's gonna be another nerd that's like, well, did you see the post-credit? Yes, I stayed for the post-credits. And there were other Kangs that popped up, true indeed. But at the end of the day, those weren't the main Kang that was there. And this Kang had built a whole fucking empire of soldiers. An empire of soldiers. An empire of soldiers that got beat by a few rebels and some fucking ants, yo. And they said he had technology centuries above anything they could imagine. And they got beat by some Hank Pym bullshit. Yo, man. What the fuck, yo? What the fuck, yo? This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, man. Boy. Shit is aggravating. I could tell you that they ended this shit with no woke shit, but nah, bro, because at the end of the day, the only ones that really did shit were the females. I mean, damn, this wasn't even an Ant-Man movie. This is a goddamn Janet Van Dyne movie. Shit, they should have just been called Janet Van Dyne, Quantumania. Because everything was about her relationships, who she knew, and... you know, her whole backstory. Like, this shit had nothing to do with Ant-Man for real. Not a goddamn thing to do with Ant-Man. And I really wish they would stop this bullshit, because this is like, yo, this shit makes the movie so goddamn corny and whack. And of course they had them little dumbass little quips and shit like that. Like, bro, like, stop that shit, yo. Like, everything is not funny. The only thing that I could really, I guess, gravitate to is the fact that whenever King was on the screen, it was serious, you know, to a certain degree. That's what I can say. But besides that, they couldn't power scale him correctly. It's like, at one point he was like fucking Darth Vader, and the next point this motherfucker was just beatable as fuck. And it was strange as fuck too. Like, bro, you seen how big and Diesel Kang is? Yo, there was one point in the movie, towards the end, where Ant-Man, the same Scott Lang who's out of shape, dad bod motherfucker. Matter of fact, he ain't even dad bod now. This motherfucker is like a Slim Jim. This dude is like fucking, what, 120 pounds wet, maybe. Fucking Kang gotta be 200 pounds plus of muscle. How are they even having a battle physically? Like, oh my gosh, bro. And then they did some shit with the damn CGI that was so terrible. Because, and he got full, oh yeah, Kang as smart as he is, as genius as he is, got fooled by the same trick twice. As far as how they got rid of his power system for his ship. The same exact trick, just done by two different people. And then on top of that shit happens, and okay, so the power source starts to shrink, and then all of a sudden he's stuck inside of it and he's shrinking too. But it's just like, bro, he was in front of it. It wasn't, and the shit didn't have no fucking vacuum. So how the fuck did he end up inside of it on the next, panel? Like, bro, this shit was fucking weird and just, man. Drink the ooze. Drink the, bro. You'll know that shit, but if you see that movie, they can't understand anything until they drink this ooze, and the ooze helps them understand all of the alien languages. How? We don't know. It's never explained. Never explained. I think Marvel's really getting off with this whole just never explaining shit. I don't get it. It don't even gotta be a thorough, in-depth explanation, but just explain some shit. Like, come on, man. What the fuck, yo? This shit is crazy. This shit is hella lazy-ass writing. But don't explain it. And for some reason, Janet Van Dyne don't gotta drink shit. I don't know. Maybe when you drink that goop, it lasts forever. I do not know. Matter of fact, it doesn't even say in the movie that she ever drank it. So, who knows? Who knows what the fuck or how, but apparently she understands everybody. She was down there for 30 years. I don't know. Maybe she learned how to speak alien. I have no idea. But in either case, this shit was a complete dud. The action was weak as hell. The whole thing that you see in the trailer with Ant-Man and the multiple Ant-Mans and shit like that, they tried to make that shit funny, and it was flat as hell. It wasn't really a major part of the movie. And the crazy part about it is that he experiences that shit because he's close to the core, and he starts going crazy and shit like that. And so does and I can't tell if he's going crazy. That's the reason why he's seeing the different versions, or if these different versions are actually manifesting themselves. Who knows? But like I said, no really thorough explanation on any of this. Matter of fact, they send him down to go get the goddamn core, and they don't even explain to him what the fuck the shit look like. They just like, yo, you'll know it when you see it. Like, what the fuck? Bro, this shit is crazy, man. I wish I could get paid fucking however many millions writers get paid for the MCU to just throw together some half-ass bullshit and then just put it out to the people. Because, goddamn, I almost feel like I could have wrote a better movie than this shit. This shit is crazy. And how Ant-Man was able to fight off the fucking technology of fucking Kang just by getting big. That shit is crazy, man. You mean to tell me Kang done fought all these Avengers? He keeps reminding you that this ain't his first time doing this shit. So you mean to tell me he don't have no weapons or something like that could defeat Ant-Man, or no contingency plans against these motherfuckers? For real, like, this shit don't make no goddamn sense, man. This shit makes no fucking sense, bro. And it's just like, god damn, bro. It's like, I was reading comics since I was a kid, man. I done read some comics for so many years, and that's the reason why, like, after the Avengers shit and all the new shit, it's just like, yo, this MCU shit was fire in the beginning, because it was like seeing the comics come to life, and that shit was fire, because it was like, yo, we've had like comic book characters that come to the movie and were trash back in the day. The only thing I could think back in the day that was like super accurate that I loved was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Barring part 3. Part 3 was complete trash. But I think 1 and 2, if I can remember, was alright. I think 2 was alright. 1 and 2 was alright. But they look just like the Turtles, everything like that. Blade, fire. Right until we got to, what 3, I think. Yeah. Once you get to 3, shit went downhill. Blade, fire. But yeah, that's the whole reason why I got into this damn MCU shit, man. It's because the MCU was the comic books in fucking real life or live action, man. And they were doing it right, and they had the right characters, and the casting was good, and all that shit. And I don't know, it's just like they got this bread, and then they just stopped. They just stopped putting the work in. I don't know what the fuck, man. But yeah, anyway, I'm home. I didn't talk to you guys all the way in my trip, all the way back to the crib, but yo. Yeah, that's my synopsis on Ant-Man. Ant-Man sucked. Actually, I think Ant-Man is probably worse than Wakanda Forever. No, there's not even a probably. That shit is worse than Wakanda Forever. The only thing that I can tell you to watch this movie for, if you decide to watch it or you decide to stream it or anything like that, the world building is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? You'll see some different aliens and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. That's it. In CGI. I mean, basically, it looks like Star Wars, the Great Value version. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right, but anyway, peace to the guys on the earth. Enjoy your weekend. If you go to see Ant-Man, yo, you know what would make it entertaining? I don't know, man. Take some shrooms. I'm not advocating for any type of drugs or anything like that, but shrooms are natural. You know what I'm saying? Take some shrooms, maybe. Have a couple drinks, something. Alter your reality to make the movie better, because if you go in that bitch stone cold sober like I did, yeah, you're gonna want your money back. No, I'm not gonna say you go. You might want your money. I don't know, but yeah, if I had to scale this on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 4. The only reason why I'm giving it a 5 is simply because of the graphics, a little bit of world building. You get to see what the quantum realm is like, and there's new animals, characters, and just wild, weird shit in that movie. And sometimes I like weird shit, so that's all. But anyway, peace, guys. Hold it down. Talk to you soon. Peace to the guys on earth. Y'all down. Almighty Justice in your mouth.